What do you make of that game today? It had a bit of everything at times.
Yeah, I thought the first half was a slow start. We didn't create enough chances as we'd like to have done. Listen, I think the pitch didn't help both teams. You know, I think, but having said that, you look at the pitch now. I think, you know, second half we had a few harsh words. We had up the tempo. And I thought the second half was a very strong performance.
What did you say at half time? Because the second half, you seemed to be getting on the front foot. You were really struggling to get any movement, any drive, any speed into your game in that first half. It was. I don't want to be too critical, but it was boring. It was dull, wasn't it? That first half.
Yeah, totally agree with you. You know, we didn't open up enough. A few set pieces, but didn't really threaten an awful lot. Neither did they. So I think, you know, they were coming with a game plan to slow the game down. You've seen from the keeper from the first minutes to the last 5 minutes where he started to quicken the game up. So very frustrated to get some momentum, but you know, we still got up the game ourselves, and you know, there was a few harsh words said and a few fingers pointed, and got the right reaction.
Let's go to the starting lineup then. The formation you chose. What was in your thinking when you came up with that 3-5-2?
Well, again, I've looked at personnel. I feel we've got personnel to play different types of formations. You know, I thought Parslow came back into the team today and, you know, deservedly got man of the match. I thought he was good. He made big headers. We changed him to the centre of the three and put Hamza to the right, just to give us a little bit better distribution on the ball without being disrespectful. And I thought second half, the distribution from the two of the right and three, Hamza and Sean Newton, I thought we certainly switched the play ever so well down the left hand side, and we counter-attacked very well with Newton and Patterson and Connolly and Ferguson. I thought we just started to open up a little bit and create 2v1s, and we've had a lot of work over the last 10 days, and I was so frustrated at half time because I didn't see it come through. You know, and you know, you start to say, hey, come on, you've got to step up to the pressure, and this is your fortress. This is where you've got to make sure that, you know, you get the fans something to shout about and they go home happy. But you've got to start games better. Yeah,
you've got to start games better. You started the second half quite well. The goal that you scored, it may well go down as an own goal in the end. I think it's probably pretty harsh if it does, but it may go down as an own goal. But the way that you built that goal and you got it around the back would be what you wanted to see your team do.
Yeah, I thought we threatened that 2 or 3 times over the last 15 minutes before that. You know, we looked like the keeper made a few saves with his feet and deflections, and you know, on another day you probably could have been 2-0 at that stage. But I was pleased one squeezed in the far post. You know, we do a lot of work to try and get overloads. We do in wide areas, and I thought Patterson's second half performance was good because he drove forward as Ferguson did, and I thought the substitutions that came on made a good impact as well.
Do you think he was sort of holding back too much in that first half, Alex Patterson?
Yeah, and to be fair, when you've got Simon Heslop alongside you, you've got an experienced one that'll allow you to go. You've got someone that sits and disciplined, and I thought, you know, Simon's game was good. He kept things taken over, and you know, certainly when you've got an experienced player, you know, he can manage you on the pitch. And I think, you know, Alex has got a sort of, his strength is driving. You see that, you know, there's probably not many better kids I see coming through that's got a bit of desire, and he can hurt teams. So, but he's got to do that for 90 minutes, box to box. You know, you're 19-year-old. You know, your fitness level should allow you to do that. You know, David Batty, box to box, and you know, second half he put a real strong performance, which I thought started to cause them problems.
You saw you when we first arrived here. You had a chat in the dugout with Sean Newton, then you had a chat with Adriano Moke. Clearly they were playing in a different position today to what they'd been playing in the past. Was that the first time they knew about it today, or was it just to give specific instructions, tell them exactly what you wanted?
Yeah, I mean, we've worked since the Alfreton game on the Monday morning. We back out. We've done half an hour of shape every day, bored the life out of the players. But we had to sort of, the 2-week window that we had to get some real sort of detail work, and the second half showed exactly what we have been working on, and that was what I was so frustrated at first half, because, you know, I'm saying, hey, is this just going to happen on the training ground? Are you going to bring it to the big stage? Because that's what you've got to do. You know, that's what you get paid to do. It's no good being training ground players Monday to Friday. You've got to produce and deliver on Saturdays. And second half we did that. Second half we did that very, very well.
The referee got involved as well in the second half. What do you make of some of the decisions?
I think Heslop's was a send-off. You know, I think he just overstretches and he just catches them. So I think it's an easy one.
It was only a second yellow as well, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. So it was always a rare. I think possibly if it was a first yellow, if it wasn't a yellow, he didn't have already yellow, then I don't think he'd have walked. But I think their player got involved and got someone in a headlock and squeezed his throat. So naturally he goes. And I thought Raul showed great commitment. I heard 1 or 2 real bad rumbles from the stand here when Ferguson put the ball in the corner. You know, we're trying to see the game out and kill the game off rather than Ferguson crossing it when we're getting done counter-attack, and Raul gets in the corner, showed great strength, desire to keep the ball in play, and the kid comes and 2-foots him, and I think it's an easy red, that one, for the referee. So discipline was important. You know, we changed the formation when it was 10v10, and obviously with the boy getting sent off, it was quite easy to see the game out. But I still thought, you know, the kid should get done for Adam Bartlett. You know, it's a horrendous challenge in the first 15-20 minutes, and he's fine. But you know, you've seen them go straight leg, stretching. Certainly Buchan to come away with nothing. He must be delighted.
Yeah, and there was other stuff going on around the pitch as well. From both sides, it was a bit niggly. There was people sort of like pushing each other away at times behind the referee's back. There was a chance that it was going to get out of control, I thought, at one point towards the end of the game. From both sides, both yours and Boston's side.
We showed poor discipline with John getting sent off for Curzon, and I said, you know, we can't afford to not, you know, if we want to be successful, you know, we go up the fourth night, fantastic. We need to have as many players available for me to select. Big John's back for Tuesday, great. But you know, you'd love that focal point out there today. So you know, you need all your key players at this stage of the season. But I thought we showed some real grit second half, and I think, you know, that's one thing I love in my players and my teams, that we a real tough mentality. And when it kicks off, everybody's in.
That was the thing. It shows togetherness, doesn't it? That's the positive, I suppose, of what was going on. And I think Simon Heslop, you're correct me if I'm wrong, will be available Tuesday because the two yellows actually take a week to kick in this division.
That's right, I believe so. Yeah.
So he'll miss the Southport game. Yeah. I don't know if you're aware of what happened to Adam Bartlett as well at the end of the game behind the goal. What can you tell us about that?
I don't know, because I was down here having a bit of a chum with their assistant, which I was having all game. So. Which I enjoyed. So yeah, I was getting involved in something that I wanted to get involved with.
So what do you do now ahead of Kidderminster? Is it tomorrow off and then you're back in Monday morning?
Yeah, now warm down, massages, everyone's upstairs eating, no alcohol at all from now at all to the end of the season. It's a clean club. We've got to get our head down and work hard, and you know, get ready for Tuesday now.
Is that something that all the players will buy into? Because normally you're allowed to drink up to 48 hours before a game.
Yeah, listen, we'll celebrate when we've won something, and you know, we've got 9 games that we've got to make sure that we finish in the highest place as possible, and we give ourselves a great chance today again.
We know it wasn't the greatest overall performance from York City again today, but you're up to 4th now after the other results. Kidderminster were beaten at Gainsborough. Yeah. Blythe's game was called off at Salford.
Spennymoor.
Sorry, no.
Yeah, Spennymoor came off as well.
Yeah, Spennymoor was off as well. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I think, you know, the good thing is you've got, apart from Tuesday, you've got Saturday right through at the end, you know, and I think the long journeys for the lads at work, you know, leaving sort of Blythe, going down to Telford on a Tuesday night, become long days, and they affect your performances. And you know, listen, we've got to focus on what we've got to do, and today we're getting 3 massive points. We had a real strong second half performance. We've got to make sure that second half performance starts well on Kidderminster Tuesday night.
Well, good luck, Kidderminster. We'll
Thank you.
Thank